Hi everyone, it's Tim Topham here from topmusic.co, and I'm delighted to have Paul and Gillian from Piano Teaching Success here at Piano Pivot Live 2020 in order to record some fantastic interviews with our speakers and give you a bit of a backstage pass. And if you really want to immerse yourself in what Piano Pivot is really like, and if you enjoy this interview, then make sure you grab one of our virtual tickets. The virtual tickets are fully edited professional recordings of our speakers actually on stage doing their thing, live teaching, keynote workshops. And if you want to grab that, head to pianopivotlive.com/virtual. I'll see you there.
Hi, and here we are back again at Piano Pivot Live. Wow, it's been such a day, hasn't it?
It's been amazing. I loved it so far.
I'm here with Nicola Cantan, and she is all the way with us all the way from Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is really lovely to have you.
Australia.
So that's the little accent you can hear.
It's a gentle Irish accent.
It is. It's a lovely, lilting Irish accent. And Nicola, you're a busy lady.
Yep.
Nicola has her own membership program called vibrantmusicteaching.com, and I'm a member of it, I must say, I will confess, and it's really fabulous. I just love all the games and the resources that you have. There's never a dull moment. I mean, really, you couldn't have a dull moment in your piano teaching using all of that.
Couldn't get bored.
No. And they're beautifully done.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so congratulations on that. You've done a great job. And Nicola, also you run you have Colourful Keys, which is your blog.
Yep.
You write articles for that. And you're also the community manager for Tim Topham's Inner Circle.
Yeah.
Oh, and you teach.
Oh yeah, I teach students too.
And you've got teachers that work for you.
I do, yeah.
So you're doing it all.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a lesson on time management for you. And I really enjoyed your presentation today because one of your, I think, values is probably making learning fun for your students.
I'm all about the fun.
Yeah. So how did you actually get started on this idea and the games and
gamification? Yeah,
gamification. I actually love that. You had gamification and
creativization. I completely made that one up. My invented word. But yeah, it all started because I started taking on preschoolers years ago now. But I started taking on preschool students, and there just weren't enough resources out there for them, and ways to teach them about these patterns that we have on the piano and all of this stuff. So that's why I started making games.
And you also design. You've got a design background.
Yeah. So I studied fashion, so I have the design skills. So I was like, I'll just make some paper keyboards or whatever it started out with. And then
your design skills are very evident in the beautiful. They really are beautiful.
Yeah, I put my degree to use in an unusual way, but I still used what I learned.
Yeah, which is really, really good. And you shared with us it's about 6 games. There's many games today. So you shared with us about 3 universal tricks.
Yeah.
So what are they?
So the 3 universal tricks. The idea here is I wanted games that not. Like in Vibrant Music Teaching, obviously they're all printable resources, and those are great, and I use them in my studio. But for the conference, I wanted people to be able to take the stuff and use it straight away when they get home. And that means I don't want them to print anything, I don't want them to have to do anything. So the 3 universal tricks are just the simplest games you can imagine, or creativizations you can imagine, and how you can make any concept fun.
Yes, and you did choose to relatively boring.
Relatively boring is putting it mildly, yes.
Intervals and note stems,
which is the driest thing.
Yeah. So back to the 3 universal tricks, which was action, answer.
Action answer is one, and then improv engineer, so that's the creativization one. And then we had race, very simply just race.
Kids just love race, don't they?
Yeah.
They love race.
Just running.
Yeah, from one thing to another.
Yeah.
I just love that one with, we had to do, what was it, intervals I think, and it was the same.
Yeah, so same, and then I had them step for a step.
That's right.
Or a second, and jump for...
Yeah. And even after just playing that game, we did a few examples, didn't we? The whole energy in the room, and not that it's a pretty energetic room anyway, but it was after lunch, and so it was a little bit quieter, and everyone, there was just release.
That's the thing. We always talk about, we particularly talking about teaching preschoolers, we talk about, we need to get them moving. And I always say, the stuff you learn for preschoolers, the teaching through games, the making them move more often, get off the bench, all that stuff, it's good not just for preschoolers, but for your older students and for you.
Yes.
It's good for the teacher too,
Yes.
to get up and moving and get your energy up and going.
Yes.
So for a conference room full of piano teachers, it's great to get them jumping too,
Yeah.
you know.
And kids of all age, you know, like really do. I just love that one where you said you'd have your big keyboard mat because you have a really big keyboard mat, and you put them on the, I think it was an interval one, and then they had different stations in the room because you have a large room. Well, a large-ish room.
It's reasonably sized, yeah.
5 meters by 5 meters, something like that.
No, it's less than, it's like 2.5 wide by 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
longer
not-
and narrower.
Yeah.
But so you put this on, you know, what does it go on this side? No, I can't remember. Anyway, you had different stations, and they had to react by running to that station when they heard that thing happen.
Yeah.
And running
Just
to
put
that
them at the furthest corners of the room that you have, even in a small room, and get them running back and forth between them. It's so simple.
They like it.
Yeah.
And I think it also creates a bit more energy into their system, and then when they come back to the piano, they're focused more.
Right.
Because it's that mixing it up, isn't it?
And it's easier when they get to the piano because they've already learnt it.
Yes.
Rather than sitting down with something that's already really difficult.
And doing 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And when their eyes glaze over, and then they haven't got it.
They haven't got it, and they've also been sitting for ages.
Yeah. Well,
So
you've done the 1,000 words. Yeah, it's really, really good. Well, be sure to catch Nicola's presentation. It wasn't that long, but there was a lot packed into it.
It was a flash workshop, So it's a short
a
one
lot packed
today.
into it. So thank you very much for coming and talking to us.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks.